Welcome to the Raider Talks game preview. I am your host, Art Neverready, here alongside Nick Ibarra. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below for Raider content all season long. Make sure to stick around to the end for our keys to the game, our offensive and defensive player of the game predictions for the Raiders, along with our score predictions. Nick, this is a daily thing when we do our game previews. ESPN always has the Raiders losing. They always have it. Don't matter if the Raiders are at home or not. Vikings, 63% chance to win this game to the Raiders' 36% chance. I'm feeling good ahead of this game as a Raider fan. Nick, how are you feeling? And talk about this ESPN matchup predictor.
Yeah, I'm pumped up. I'm excited. We face an opponent that we hardly ever see. Two teams coming off of bye. They have a quarterback situation, kind of sort of we do too, with AOC coming in with his, I think, 4th or 5th career start. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a good one. We haven't seen the Raiders in almost 2 weeks. Seems like it's been forever. And, season starts Sunday, Art.
Yeah, the bye week. I mean, it felt like such a long time. I just want to see my team play football. But the bye week was good for this Raider team that really needed it. Really needed time to heal up. Needed time to implement maybe more stuff to the playbook. Bill Hardigree adding some things in that he likes. And maybe he can put a full game together from a play calling standpoint.
Yeah, hopefully. It seems like we come out, put some points up, and then we die down from there. After the 15, 16 plays, that's where everything starts falling down. We got to be consistent, play 4 quarters of good football and good play calling also.
This bye week for the Raiders could be a crucial part in whether Antonio Pierce comes back or not. Did these coaches make the right adjustments for the Raiders to come out and be successful and come out of this bye and have a winning record? Because that's all Antonio Pierce needs. But what Antonio Pierce really wants is an undefeated record at 5-0.
Yeah, they need to come out and prove that this was a great bye. Everybody learned some stuff. Everybody got healthy. Everybody was ready to go. I think the past 20 years after the bye, we only have like 4 or 5 wins. Like we got to have a new trend going of winning football after the bye. I think that's something that Andy Reid's famous for, coming out of the bye with the win, and we need to start doing that. And like I said, it starts Sunday, and hopefully, season starts Sunday, and I'm excited. Let's see if we could do these 5 games in a row.
Nick, Raiders are well within reach of a playoff spot with the win over the Vikings on Sunday. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I mean, nothing diminishes. It only goes up from there if we win. Got to win. We win, we're still talked about, we're still in the hunt, we're still there. We lose any one of these 5 games, I think we're done. Not mathematically, but I think we're done if we lose. Like I said, 10-7 still on the table, and I think that's just enough to get us in. Gotta win them all.
Yeah, the Raiders are 2 games back from that wild card spot, and looking at it, the Raiders can win 2 in a row in a matter of 5 days. They play on Sunday and then they play on Thursday night, and seemingly they're back in it at 500, and you think, those teams lose maybe a couple games or maybe a game in the next 2 weeks, those teams ahead of us that are 2 games ahead of us, then all of a sudden we shorten down that lead to 1 game, and we're playing the Colts. We're playing some teams that we can beat and go ahead.
And you know what? It's doable. I know this is going to be funny when I say it. I saw a thing on TikTok, and it had us winning all 5 of these games and the favorites in the AFC of the next 5 weeks. And we're right there. We took the last seed, and we were 10-7 in the playoffs. So anything's doable. We got to go 5-0. I think get a help maybe 1 or 2 games, but other than that, the favorites just got to win, do their job. We got to do our job most importantly, and we get in.
And the belief this Raider team has is something that gets me more pumped up, especially coming off this bye. Losing to the Chiefs, I mean, you heard Hunter Renfrow saying, like, we can win 5 in a row. Like, what tells you we can't? We can win 5 in a row. This team's going to win 5 in a row. Amit talking about the Chiefs game, saying we're a better team than them. We're better than them. We know we're better, so this disappoints me. And these guys seem disappointed. These guys seem frustrated after that Chiefs loss, but they seem like they don't have their heads down. They're ready to go. They're ready to win, and they're aiming to win 5 in a row. And that's something that you like to see from this Raider team. That's a sense of urgency that maybe we haven't had last season.
And I think what's good for us is that a good chunk of this team was here in 2021 that did it. That won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
So, it's led by Josh Jacobs, who was on that team. It's led by Max Crosby, who's on that team. Renfrow is pumped up and excited. He was on that team. It's going to be interesting to see how they come out. They're going to come out fired up, pumped up, rejuvenated, and ready to go, or are they going to take a dive and is the season over Sunday?
And in 2021, with Rich Bisaccia, interim head coach, when the Raiders won 4 in a row, they took a bad loss to the Chiefs, and that's when they won their 4 in a row. Raiders take a bad loss to the Chiefs. They get a bye week. They get to regroup, and they have 5 in a row. We'll be facing the Chiefs again on Christmas. That will be something that we like to call the Christmas miracle. The Raiders can win a couple in a row and beat the Chiefs on Christmas. Nick, Raiders offense, Aiden O'Connell led quarterback for the Raiders.
Yeah.
You got a lot of playmakers. You got Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Michael Mayer, Jacoby Myers. You got just such a lot of guys.
Yes.
Trey Tucker. All these weapons. How are the Raiders going to utilize them, Nick? Are they going to utilize them the right way coming off this bye?
They need to. And we got the weapons to do it. Everybody's got to step up. Everyone's going to have to start playing big games. Josh Jacobs struggled for a little bit of the season. All of his off-season stuff, he comes in. These are the important 5 games because this is also a contract year. There's no guarantee he comes back next year. Renfro, the same thing. I mean, he can be a cut candidate after these 5 games. Come in, prove that you want to be a Raider, get the ball to him, and see what he does. And, a lot of things with Devontae, too. Is he going to get traded? What is he going to do? He's kind of having a down year, but also he's 100-something yards away from another 1,000-yard season. So can he go and be the big-time wide receiver that we need? Throw him the ball, let him make plays, and let him get his yards and touchdowns because that's what we need for this offense to be successful.
For me, the reason I think this offense is going to be so successful coming off this bye is Aiden O'Connell. I think Aiden O'Connell had a pretty good game against the Chiefs, but that he still needs to do more and be better. And I think coming off this bye for Aiden, I think he's looking at his situation he has, and he's thinking, I have 5 more games to prove myself. 5 more games to win a job. I'm not going to win it now. I can win a job in the National Football League in these next 5 weeks. Aiden O'Connell is probably looking at it that way. And he's probably thinking, man, I have it right in front of me. The NFL starting job right in front of me. I need to go take it.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see a sense of urgency from Aiden.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see him coming off that bye and being more aggressive. I think you're going to see him be smarter with the football. I think you're going to see him make adjustments. So I'm excited for Aiden. I think Aiden's sense of urgency of wanting to be a starting quarterback in this league in these next 5 games is going to be crucial to us winning, and I think we're going to win because of it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's going to show the organization, he's going to show the coaches, and he's going to show the fans how bad he wants to be the starter in 2024. It's going to be exciting to see. We saw already 4 or 5 games out of him. Now we see another 5 out of him, and we go into this offseason thinking, is he or is he not? And it's going to be based off of these next 5 games.
Yeah, Aiden will be on his toes in this one. You got Daniil Hunter for the Vikings, who's a really good edge rusher, a defense that flies around. They're a pretty solid football team. I mean, before Kirk Cousins went down, they won a couple big games, and everyone was talking about the Vikings. Oh, here they come. They win one with Josh Dobbs. They lose a tough one with Josh Dobbs. They named Josh Dobbs a starting quarterback for the Vikings. I think it's going to be a very good football game in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, these last 4 or 5 games, this defense is, I don't think, giving up. I think over like 23 points. They're good against the run. They're good against the pass. This defense is, you could say, legit. And led by Hunter, Harrison Smith in the back. It's going to be a good one to see.
For me, I don't care what defense this Raider team faces. It's just about execution. When the Raiders execute, I mean, no one can stop us. I mean, what stops us is bad play calling at times. What stops us is bad penalties at the wrong times. I mean, we have the playmakers to do things. We have the playmakers to do whatever we want to do against any defense in the league. It's just about how Bill Hardegree utilizes these guys, and it's about them being disciplined and, not having big flags and big moments.
It's self-harm sometimes. Big penalties, causes drives and everything. You can't have that happen.
Yeah, for the Raiders defensively now, Nick, the Raiders have another test, a little bit of a test. You got Josh Dobbs, who will be playing quarterback for the Vikings. Dobbs, he utilizes his legs pretty well. He's got weapons. He's got T.J. Hawkinson, a tight end. The Raiders have struggled with tight ends this season, especially Kelsey last game we played. And then they get Justin Jefferson back, of course, in time for the Raider game. It's going to be interesting for this Raider defense. This is no easy game for this Raider defense.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. That's why the Vikings traded for him after Kirk Cousins got hurt. Justin Jefferson's coming back. T.J. Hawkinson's the top 3 tight end statistically this year. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can slow him down, especially with the legs. We got to bring him down. Yeah,
it should be interesting. This Raider defense is going to need to get after the quarterback, and they're going to need to make plays in the secondary. That's going to be huge in this game for the Raiders. It's going to be huge to get some turnovers. This Raider team has been getting lots of turnovers this year. It's going to be huge in this game.
Yeah, it is.
100%. All right, let's go on to our keys to the game, Nick. Raiders versus Vikings Sunday in Las Vegas. What's your first key to the game?
My first one, turnover battle. don't turn over the ball and cause them to make mistakes and get a whole bunch of turnovers. We've seen it in Allegiant. We've had 2-3 turnovers, winning turnover battles and winning ball games. We got to keep that up and force some turnovers.
My first key of the game is offensive play calling. Be aggressive for all 4 quarters. I feel like the times that, this Raider offense has struggled is because of our offensive play calling maybe being a little too conservative. Let's not be conservative in this game, or let's not be conservative the rest of the way. We need 5 in a row. Let's be aggressive.
Yeah. My second one, stop TJ Hawkinson. And it's weird because I've never said a position player stop him before on this one. Stop him. I think he's, like I said, top 2, top 3 tight end in the league this year. We struggle against. I think we're in the bottom of the league against tight ends. We got to stop him. He has the ability to make big plays. That quarterback needs help, and he's going to go to him. And, we've got to stop him at all costs. My
second key of the game is do not let Justin Jefferson beat you. Don't let him raise the roof on us. Don't let him go over the top of us. Stop Justin Jefferson. Contain him. Contain him, and I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, my last one, give Jacobs the ball. Whether it's passing it to him or running, I think he's going to have a big week this week, and we're going to need it in order for us to, a little bonus one, control time of possession, and for him to have a big game.
My final key of the game is utilize the rookies. Aiden O'Connell, the rookie quarterback. Go to Trey Tucker, the fast, speedy guy.
Yes.
Go to Michael Mayer, the big tight end that no one can really take down.
Yes.
Go to these young rookies. They will help us win. If we want to win football games, if we want to win 5 in a row, you're going to need to put the pride aside, all the coaches, and you're going to need to trust the rookies. Trust them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be big in this game. All right. Raiders offensive and defensive player of the game predictions. This week we'll start defensively for the Raiders.
I'm going Robert Spillane. I think he's going to be good. Against TJ, against the run, with Dobbs running, I think he's going to get some tackles for losses, maybe even a pick, and he's going to have a big game.
No Max Crosby this week, Nick.
And that scares me. His injury report scares me a little bit.
He may or may not play. If Max Crosby plays, he's the player of the game.
Yes.
Every time for the Raiders. Every time. So I want to throw that out there before I make my pick. But I'm going to go with Nate Hobbs this week. He's been flying around, making big tackles. Even, they blitz him sometimes. He makes some big sacks. Nate Hobbs, he's going to have a big game.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, offensively for the Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, I think he's going to have a big game. I think he's going to put over 100-something yards, a couple touchdowns. We're going to need it. He goes in and has his first monster game of the year.
Give me AOC. AOC, like I said, that sense of urgency coming out of the bye. He knows he can win a starting QB job right now in these next 5 games. I think he's going to take advantage of it, and I think he's going to play good the rest of the way. And it's going to start in this game, coming off a bye, Raiders versus Vikings. All right, Nick, our score predictions for this game in Allegiant Stadium, coming off the bye, the Raiders in a do-or-die game here early in December. Nick,
yes,
what's your score prediction for this game?
I see this being a close one, and I see us coming out 24-21, and we get the win. And the season's going to start, and we're going to get some buzz going. I think we're going to come out and control time of possession. It's going to be close, give up maybe some big plays here and there, but at the end of the day, we're going to win.
28-17, Raiders are going to win this game, and they're going to win it pretty convincingly. I have faith in this Raider team. I have confidence in this Raider team. This Raider team, lost a couple heartbreakers to some really good football teams in the National Football League. The Dolphins, the Chiefs. They've been beating the teams they're supposed to beat, and I think this is a team the Raiders are supposed to beat, especially at home.
Yes.
So I think the Raiders are going to win this one. They're going to win it pretty good.
Exactly. We need to beat the teams that we need to beat. This one's at home. We need to beat them. There's nothing. We can't afford a loss. We can't anything. I think 10-7 gets us into the tournament, to that last playoff spot, and we got to win out. We got to look good, and it starts Sunday. I'm pumped up.
Deep down in your heart, Nick, do you have faith we'll win 5 in a row?
Yes.
I don't like that answer. It wasn't quick enough.
I do, because
it wasn't quick enough.
I do, because you know what? I think.
Ask me.
Are we going to win 5 in a row?
Hell yeah, we're going to win 5 in a row. All right, go on with what you're saying.
I think so, because you know what? We got 2 games before Kansas City. And in those 2 games, we play within a 5-6 day window. You win Sunday, you quick turnaround, you beat the Chargers, then you got 8 to 10 day rest before playing the Chiefs. Prime time, or 11 day, because we play Monday night now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, or Monday morning, but yeah, and then you got a week and a half, a little mini bye. to prepare for the Chiefs. You're playing hot. You're playing good. You beat them. You're starting to feel good for the last two of the year. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Majority of these games are at home. These next 5, I think it's 3-2. So I'm pumped up. I'm excited, and I have a feeling we can do it.
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm very confident this Raider team coming out of this bye. You got the Vikings, you got the Chargers, you got the Chiefs, you got the Colts, and you got the Broncos to finish it off in Allegiant Stadium. And, we talked about it a little bit, but similar to 2021, this Raider team, loses to the Chiefs, and then they go on and string together 4 in a row. This Raider team this year loses the Chiefs. Can they string together 5 in a row? I think they can do it. I think they really can, and I like where we're heading. I like our coach right now. I think he motivates these guys and gets these guys pumped up, and a sense of urgency from him, a sense of urgency from Bo Hardigree, a sense of urgency from Aiden O'Connell. Those 3 guys who can earn jobs right now in these 5 weeks are going to help lead this team and help us win. Yeah. A sense of urgency is something we didn't have with McDaniel, something we have now, and I can see us winning these 5 games. Full confidence in this Raider football team.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the big headline, the big topic is, hey, can we win 5 in a row in the playoffs? But there's also some mini storylines into it. Is AOC the guy? Is AP the guy? Is Bo Hardigree the guy? Is Jacobs coming back? Is Renfro going to get cut? He's a cut candidate. What are we going to do there? And it's just going to be fun to see how these last 5 games play out.
Yeah, it's a fun time, interesting time to be a Raider fan. Some people may not say it's fun, but I think it's going to start getting fun right here in these 5 games. Nick, we talked about it the other night, just me and you. We were chilling, and we're talking about how this Raider team, since we've been in Vegas, it's just been a show. Everything's been interesting. The Raiders have made it interesting pretty much in December every year in Vegas. And this is a team that doesn't have, a full head coach for many years on this team. It's not a team that's set and has a foundation. Can Antonio Pierce come in and set a foundation for this Raider squad? And I think he could have maybe set a little bit of foundation that bye week and help us, win 5 in a row or win 4 out of 5 so he can retain his job and we can feel good going into the next year. A foundation could be set in these next 5 weeks. If the Raiders set a foundation, they're going to be good because they found a way to make it interesting with the Gruden situation, the Ruggs situation, the not bringing back Bisaccia situation, the hiring McDaniels and him failing situation. They found a way to make it interesting every year and be in the playoff hunt in December, which they are right now. Can this Raider team set a foundation?
Yeah, I honestly think so. If you go win 5 in a row, you're in the playoffs, or even look good, and that AP's your guy or whatever. This is the way we're going to do it from here on out. This is what I set, and this is what we're going to do. Then you take off the interim tag, make him the head coach, and this is how we're doing it going forward. So I'm pumped up, I'm excited, and like you said, this has been interesting. The Las Vegas Raiders has always been into it, middle to end of December, no matter what. We're never mathematically out. So they've always made it interesting. They always gave us hope. Even though if we needed a tie here, a loss here, the worst team in the NFL to win here, they've always made it interesting. So it's just going to be interesting to see. We're holding on to the fact that they did this in 2021. They could do this again with a handful of guys that's still there from that team. Like I said, this is an interesting time to be a Raider fan. It's going to be a fun one, and we're in for a wild ride these next 5 weeks.
Huge game in Las Vegas this Sunday. Root hard for your Las Vegas Raiders. We'll see you after the game. Actually, I'll see you after the game. Yeah. I'll be in Las Vegas. I'm going to bring the setup. I'm going to talk about the game. I'll probably be at the game, most likely. Nick.
Yeah.
I need to bring home a win for us.
Yes. Yeah, I really do. You do.
I need to bring home a win.
Last time we were there, it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
So you go.
We had one good half of football last time we went to Vegas. Yeah. In that Cardinal game, we had one good half of football. And then we blew it in the second half. Combined, me and you. Yeah. So I need to bring one home.
Yes. You need to go up there and get us the win. Be safe, have fun, and go up there and get the win. I hope so.
I know. I hope we get the win too. Or else I'm gonna be crying like a baby. I'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next time. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.